Welcome, everyone, to the Forensic Fails pre-pod pod. I'm Brian.
And I'm Kristin.
And this is our little warm-up before we record the main pod, where we just shoot the shit a bit, give you our hot takes, our unfiltered opinions on anything and everything in life.
As well as moronic miscreants, where we highlight the world's dumbest, most ridiculous crimes and the people who commit them.
All right, so we are recording prior to season 1, episode 3, and
Yes.
It is actually Super Bowl Sunday. So
It is, yes.
Do you have any big Super Bowl plans?
No. I
Okay.
will say, though, I am rooting for the Seahawks because that was Sean's favorite team.
Aw.
My husband was Canadian, and football wasn't big there, but he grew up right outside of Vancouver.
Yep.
So Seattle was like a 3-hour drive, and
Yep.
he was a huge Seahawks fan his whole life. So I will be throwing on his Seahawks sweatshirt, but I won't be watching the game because I have zero interest in football.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Was it Seahawks versus the Patriots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
can't. Yeah, I refuse
going to
to.
school in Connecticut, the
It should be-
Patriots were,
Right.
the whole New England shut down for Patriots games.
Yeah. And
So normally
having,
I would throw my hat for the Patriots, but not this year.
yes, having always lived in New Jersey, I cannot root for the Patriots, and I'm
I
honestly
understand
tired
that.
of them. I'm really kind of tired of them. So I will root for the. Actually, I'm going to root for my square to come out, my box in the Super Bowl.
Basically
pool.
that's all I care about.
You know,
Am I
yeah.
going to win in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl pool?
Yeah, and it's really sweet because each year, my dad, the last few years now, he's part of the Super Bowl pool, and it's a little bit of, it's expensive, but he buys, in addition to a square for himself, he buys a square for me and my wife, and for my brother and his girlfriend, which I
love
think is really
that.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I do it in school. One of our teachers runs it, and he knows enough just to let me know if I've won because he knows I'm not watching the game.
yeah.
So
I'm here for the food though. I think for dinner tonight, I want to make Super Bowl food. I want to make nachos and buffalo wings, or order nachos and buffalo
I
wings.
usually order dinner on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
That's like my little treat for myself.
Yeah, definitely. Well, are you ready for some hot takes?
I am always ready for a hot take.
All right, so I'm going to start this week. My
Okay.
hot take, wearing perfume or cologne to the gym should be punishable by law. Seriously, criminal offense. Okay?
Tell me why. As
All right,
I'm not a gym person.
All
so-
right. You're not a gym person. I surprisingly am. Like, I don't think in high school you would have ever imagined I would become a gym person. But because I'm not I always hated phys ed.
Mhm.
I'm not good at sports
Mhm.
because I'm not coordinated enough. But I do like lifting things up and putting them down. I do enjoy exercising, and I like starting my day with it. So every morning I'm at the gym at 5 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, ready to get my workout in, and without fail, it hits me. Someone is wearing fragrance. Now, this doesn't happen as much as, because I go to 2 gyms, because why not? So I go to Orange Theory, which is like, more classes.
You've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah, on and off since 2018.
Yeah.
And I love it. Not an ad, but should be. But now I wanted to get in a little bit more hardcore weightlifting, so I alternate now with like a regular gym. The regular gym is where it's a problem.
Okay.
So sometimes it's cheap Axe body spray,
Ugh.
but other times it's like expensive cologne and perfume. And let me be clear, my whole house, like, we are fragrance people. Like, we like good quality scents. Like, I own several colognes, but they're like expensive. I'm not sounding snobby, but they're like expensive cologne. Like, I like a good scent, okay?
Yes.
And I can appreciate it, but not at the gym. And listen, I get it. I know why people do it. Maybe they just rolled out of bed. They sweat overnight. They think they smell. You know what? Take a shower, okay? No joke, Kristin. I wake up at 3:45 just so I can shower before the gym. Why, you ask? I will tell you.
Okay.
A, I don't want to stink. B, it wakes me up more than an extra 15 minutes of sleep ever could. And C, I'm vain as hell. I have terrible bedhead, and I refuse to wear a hat or exercise looking like Don King. Okay? So, like, literally.
Oh my
right?
God, that was great.
So seriously, no, I won't do it. My vain ass self won't do it. But literally, like with scent, like one spray is too much in the gym because when you're sweating and moving, it's projecting, right? And
Hmm.
I don't care what you're wearing, the effect is the same. You've created this olfactory wall that hits me before I even touch a dumbbell. So yes, my hot take, fragrance at the gym should be illegal. If you're going to hit the gym and think you stink, hit the showers first. Your perfume is not your warm-up.
I can appreciate that. And I am 100% with you on that. And I too am a fragrance person. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that for most of my life, I was very overweight. And I
Hmm.
always had that like fear of being the smelly fat girl. So seriously. And one of my best friends and I have a pact that if either one of us ever smells, we need to tell each other immediately. That's a good friend, right?
Yeah.
But so I too am a fragrance person. I have quite the collection of perfumes, body sprays, some of them inexpensive, some of them ridiculously expensive. My husband was the same way. In
Yeah.
fact, his collection of cologne most likely could have paid my rent for 2 months.
Yeah, the stuff can be
Sean didn't
expensive.
do anything on the cheap.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I also am very sensitive to smells.
Same. Same.
I am that person who in my classroom, as soon as one of my girls whips out body spray, I'm like, no, no, we are not doing that in here.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah, that's the thing too, actually, because I do like wearing colognes, but if it makes sense, I don't like wearing colognes that smell like stereotypical colognes,
right.
right? I don't like that clubby sort of heavy cologne smell. I actually like all the scents I have are kind of clean and soapy. Like it
Okay.
has like a just fresh sort of out of the shower smell. Like it
Yeah.
smells like I showered with like a really nice soap.
I just discovered Fulton and Rourke. I've found them on Facebook.
Okay.
And I have purchased 2 different scents in addition to like a little sampler where I was able to pick like 5 little trial vials.
Okay.
Love it.
Nice.
Absolutely love it.
Nice.
But I also have like some of the classics. Like I have Chanel,
Yeah.
Shalimar,
Yeah.
because my mom
Oh,
wore that.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it just, as soon as I spray it, I'm immediately brought back to like my mom and dad going out for dinner and her putting on like her fancy perfume.
That's nice.
Um, yeah, and like on
That's
my
sweet.
wedding day, I wore Chanel because that's what my mother wore on her wedding day, you
Yeah.
know? So a
Yeah.
lot of my perfumes are like for comfort
Yeah.
and for
Absolutely.
nostalgia, but a lot of them, Shalimar is like, it's a heavy scent,
Yeah.
but that's also just for winter.
Right. Yeah. Oh,
You know,
yeah. Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Winter, you get away with a heavier scent.
yeah, my scents are seasonal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
No,
but
I even when I'm around the house, I actually will put cologne. Like I have cologne on right now,
mhm.
just because I like to smell nice and it just makes me feel good.
I
So,
spray it on before I go to bed.
oh, nice,
It's
nice.
relaxing.
So right now I am wearing Louis Vuitton
Ooh.
Imagination.
Oh, very
Yes,
nice.
yes. So not an ad, but should be.
Yeah, that's a pretty bold thing wearing.
Doesn't belong in the gym. I will.
No,
I
it does
do not wear it
not.
before the gym. No, no,
No, and
no.
look, I'm gonna throw down a punishment. You come to the gym
All right, that's
wearing
punishment.
a scent, you immediately have to take a Silkwood shower.
Oh no,
Oh yes,
that's harsh.
it is.
Wow.
I told you, I am a harsh grader.
Oh man. All right. All right. Well, do you have a hot take this
I
week?
do.
Okay, I can't wait to hear it.
So I am a fan of M&Ms. Okay,
Yes. Okay.
I
I'm
love
with you so
M&Ms.
far. I'm with you so
I
far.
have a jar of them on my counter in my
Hmm.
home. I have a jar of them in my on my desk at school.
Okay.
I think there are way too many options for M&Ms now.
Okay. I will agree with you there, but I want to hear more.
I think they should really just stick to the basics.
Right.
Okay, plain and peanut,
Hmm.
we're fine.
Yes.
for
Agreed.
decades.
For the longest time, that's all there was. There's
That's all
plain
you had.
and
You had the
peanut
brown bag. You had
and the yellow bag.
And the
Yes.
biggest thing they did was bring back the red M&M.
Yes, red. Yeah, that was a big thing. I was
That
so
was a
excited
huge
when they
thing.
did. Yes, yes.
And then they started introducing other flavors, right? They
Yes.
brought in peanut butter.
Okay, I do like the peanut.
I
Are
love
you
the
here for
peanut butter M&M.
Okay, me too. Me too.
Oh.
I actually prefer the chocolate peanut butter ratio better in the peanut butter M&M versus a Reese's Pieces.
Well, there's no chocolate in a Reese's Pieces. It's just the peanut butter in a candy shell. Reese's peanut butter cup, that's a whole other story, and that's a whole new hot take.
Oh, so you know what? You're actually right. So I guess that's why I don't like the ratio, because it's 100%.
It's 100% peanut butter. That's what E.T. liked.
All right, I'm stupid. Sorry.
So they brought in the peanut butter M&M, and I was here for that, and I love them, and they are in my mix. And
Okay.
then there was the almond M&M, which I also like. That's where it should have ended. Because now we have like cookie bits and pretzels and caramel,
Coconut.
which is not bad. But I was in the drugstore the other day because there was a sale on M&Ms, and I'm like, well, I better go stock up in case there's like some kind of apocalypse and I can no longer get my M&Ms.
As one does.
And it was like cafe latte M&Ms,
on.
peanut butter and jelly M&Ms. It was just like overkill.
No.
And me and my ADD are standing there in front of all these choices, and I had to walk out because it was just too much.
Yeah.
Just keep it simple.
Keep it simple. I agree.
You know, like I don't need all these options. Same thing with Oreos.
Oh, yes.
You know,
it's fine with it. Fine with, first double stuff, right?
Yes.
And then golden. Stop at the golden, right?
Golden. I mean, we have Vienna fingers. We don't need golden Oreos.
Exactly.
Then they had like the colossal ones where you had to like jack open your mouth to actually fit the cookie in because it had like 5 times the cream. Nobody needs that much sugar, by the way.
No.
The Cakesters, they had giant Oreos at one point. They have all these different flavors now. They have Reese's Oreos with Reese's peanut butter filling, and then they have regular peanut butter Oreos. P.S. They're not the same.
Okay.
But again, it's just overwhelming.
Just get a Nutter Butter.
The classic Oreo lasted almost 100 years.
Yeah.
Why change perfection?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's just a big marketing thing right now, honestly.
It is.
All these like line extensions for their brands.
You know, it's like they bring in all these other options, and then your like crowning achievement kind of falls down the line, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, it is sort of diluting your main brand.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Stick with what works.
I am 100% with you on the M&Ms and the Oreos. While we're at it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I've got a moronic miscreant for you this week.
Okay.
So my story comes from Florida, which already is a whole vibe.
Yes.
And
nothing against Florida.
Nothing against Florida, but you guys know how to do your moronic miscreants. And I think I mentioned this before, but it has something to do with the kind of, there's a lot of transparency around crime, and because of that, like, these stories just tend to get out. Yeah. So let me just also start off by saying that the story sucks. It literally sucks.
Is there nudity involved?
There might be.
Oh boy.
Police in Kissimmee, Florida, arrested 51-year-old, same age as me, Kevin Dale Westerhold, after residents at a family-friendly vacation resort near Walt Disney World reported a man wandering around common areas, partially clothed, engaging in what authorities called a sexual performance of sorts. Now, when you hear sexual performance, you might assume another human is involved.
I'm guessing no by the way this story's going.
Nope. This was just a man and his vacuum cleaner.
Oh, God.
So, now, we don't know the type or brand of the vacuum cleaner, And frankly, that's the only mystery left here because the story feels very different if it's like a Dyson versus like a shop vac, right? Like a wet dry vac. So, right? Because if this was a Dyson, that's confidence. That's disposable income. That's high-end sex worker territory, right? That's Pretty Woman. Whereas a shop vac suggests I'm a sub looking for a dominatrix.
Line from my friend Marco, I absolutely am unable to can.
So, this was reportedly happening in shared hallways and outdoor areas.
Oh, even better.
Places where people are walking to the pool, holding Dole Whips, trying to enjoy a vacation they paid for. And here's the twist. Police later learned he and his wife are Airbnb hosts in the same resort community.
Oh my God.
So
I
deputies
hope he's not using that vacuum to clean up after guests.
Oh, I hope not. So deputies arrested him near his home and charged him with exposure. So, but now, somewhere right now, a vacuum company's PR team is staring at Google alerts and whispering, please don't say our name. Please don't say our name. Please don't say our name. So remember, folks, keep your vacations magical, your appliances professional, and if you feel inspired to innovate, do it indoors, off camera, and far away from a news cycle. And that, my friends, is how Kevin Dale Westerhold got sucked into the criminal justice system.
Oh my God.
So, Kristin, you are judge and jury. What is Mr. Westerhold's sentence? I did warn you ahead of time.
Going forward,
yes,
Kevin is only allowed to clean using a broom and a dustpan.
Yeah, I actually think that would be much less tempting for him.
Yes.
True.
Oh my God. It's going to take me a long time to get over that one. Yes, I have to vacuum today.
Oh God. You'll never look at your vacuum the same way.
I will never look at my vacuum the same way again.
Oh, goodness.
Dear God. Okay, well, my story does not involve nudity, nor does it involve Florida.
Or home appliances?
Or home appliances.
Okay.
This is actually from May of 2025, and when I read it, I was like, ooh, this is something.
Okay.
So apparently, this takes place in Kansas.
Okay.
Where a young man decided to pay off a debt he owed to his drug dealer by stealing an 800-pound copper cannon used in the Spanish-American War from a public park. Yes. So, our thief.
Was this in Kansas? This thing?
Was in Kansas. Yes.
Interesting. It found this public park in Kansas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Gordon Pierce, that's his name. He was 38, and he was arrested after a 1794 cannon went missing from its podium. Now there is a picture. This thing is huge.
Yeah.
It is on a giant marble pedestal.
Okay.
And it is a cannon from the Spanish-American War. Apparently, he told investigators at his arrest that he is a 20-year meth user. So this tracks.
Yes.
And he owed his dealer over $20,000.
Wow.
Because not only is he a user, he is also a low-level dealer. He lost a pound of meth. He claims it was stolen. I'm questioning that.
Yeah.
And apparently his dealer threatened to shoot him and his family if he didn't come up with the cash to pay the debt. So Gordon felt, hey, copper, big money maker.
Yeah, true.
I'm just going to swipe an 800-pound cannon from our local park, cut it up, and sell it off for profit.
Wow.
Which he did. Well, which he tried to do.
Okay, try to.
He tried to. He used a sawzall
A
to
what?
a sawzall, SAWZIL, I believe it is.
Oh,
It's a tool brand
okay.
to
Okay.
basically try and hack up the cannon. And in the article, it actually says he hatched the crackpot plan to steal the cannon after driving around in desperation, looking for copper statues.
Hmm.
So he was thinking big, saw the massive artifact, and that thing has been in this park, in Riverside Park in Kansas, since 1900.
Oh my God.
So we're not exactly talking about something that's small, and
Yeah.
we're not exactly talking about something that would be unnoticed if it went missing. That would be like, all of a sudden one day the Statue of Liberty just disappeared off of Ellis Island,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, there it is. Now it's gone. Oh, didn't notice that. So he also recruited a homeless man to help him by bribing him with drugs and a pipe.
Okay.
They got high on meth before lifting the 800-pound cannon off of its perch.
Did that give them the superhero strength to
Apparently.
be able to do it? Okay.
Apparently.
That's heavy.
800 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I sometimes I struggle lifting my groceries after the can sale.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, but this guy is like walking away with an 800-pound copper cannon. They put it into the back of his Chevy Tahoe. P.S. It
Okay.
was too heavy. So they hooked it up to a chain
Oh my
to
God.
the back of the truck and drove off that way. The chain snapped while they were driving down the street. And the cannon rolled to the front of a car shop. He left the cannon there and ran off to a friend's house, not to hide, but to get another chain.
Oh.
Yeah. He used the new chain to drag it to his friend's house where he hid it in the garage. So he chopped it up into 5 pieces, took some of the parts to the drug dealer, hoping it would settle his debt. Kind of like, hey, here's a whole bunch of copper. You could sell it, keep the cash for yourself. The drug dealer referred to Gordon as stupid.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any argument there.
Accurate. Accurate.
Yeah. So he had no ID to sell the scrap metal and had no other plans on how to get rid of it. Anyway, he was arrested. He went to his mother. He confessed. He fell asleep. Mom basically called the cops.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, and he was arrested. So, according to the Wichita Parks and Rec Department, the cannon was worth over $100,000. He caused over $10,000 just to the pedestal it was on.
Oh my God.
And they referred to it as a harebrained caper.
Yes.
As
I would
of
agree.
the date of the article, he was being held on a $200,000 bond.
Oof, man. All right.
Kids, don't do drugs.
Don't
Is all I can
do
say.
don't do drugs. Did they have a
Don't do
picture of his
drugs.
teeth? His teeth could not have looked good after 20 years of meth,
Seriously.
right? Oh my God. All right. I have the perfect punishment for him.
Please.
The perfect punishment. Okay. All right. So he likes copper so much,
Mm.
right? He likes the color copper, perhaps. I think since pennies are going out of circulation,
Yes.
okay, they're being taken out of circulation, he should be sentenced to all of those pennies that are going out of circulation, okay? He is going to be responsible for melting them down and making new monuments out of said melted pennies.
So basically rebuild the cannon using pennies.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah, and tons of other things. Because again,
Yes.
we're not. All these stores are rounding the change now, right? No more pennies. So
Yeah, I
let's
have
do
an issue with
something-
that too.
You have an issue with the rounding?
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like
you
okay,
go
go
to a
ahead.
store now and it's like your total is $227. You give them like $2.30 and they're like, okay, bye.
Yeah,
I'm like, hold up, Ace. Where's my 3 cents?
right. Well,
I
it's
may
interesting.
not be a math person, but money, don't mess
Yeah.
with me.
It's interesting. Every store sort of has its own policy. It seems
Right.
like some round up, some round down. Some it depends on what the change ends in. So yeah. I don't like the whole penny thing.
Right. I wonder if they really thought this plan through when they decided to take the penny out of circulation. Like,
I
were they figuring in sales tax and how that works?
no, I
No, they
don't.
were not.
No, I don't think they were.
When I rule the
Um,
world, things are just going to be so different.
and so much better. And we should also add to, you made reference to the can sale. So for those of you who are not in the Northeast, there is a supermarket chain called ShopRite, not
Yes.
an ad, but should be. And they have I think they do it twice a year now, their can sale, which is, deep discounts on canned goods.
That's where I
And
get my tomatoes for sauce in the
yeah,
winter.
you stock up. But the can sale is a huge deal. It's like widely known, and they have a commercial forever. With the little like
Can
the
girls.
the can girls. Like the French dancers now. ShopRite's got the can ba, 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 everything in cans.
That song lives rent free in my head,
Today
along
is
with
dated.
the pinball one from what do you call
Sesame
it?
Street or Electric Company. Was
Electric
it
Company.
Sesame?
1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4. Did you know the Pointer Sisters sing
6,
that?
7. Oh, I think you told me that.
Yes. I loved
11,
finding
12.
that one out.
Woo, yeah. All right. Well, on that note,
Mm.
I think we're ready to record the main pod,
Yes.
season 1, episode 3,
Yes.
The House That Roared, which we hope you either have enjoyed already or will enjoy soon.
Thank you for joining us on our pre-pod pod.
All right. Until next time.
Yes, we will see you soon.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.